while being creative with the draft and rotations.
They are determined to best their own international tournament results and make it to the last 4.
They are a real contender with their 2 Indonesian imports and, of course, Coach Kuja.
With the whole hall cheering for them, it's the Kamai Warriors, the pride of the nation, Bird X Flash!
They're off to show the world that they have improved so much since M4.
And those still maintaining the signature Cambodian aggression, and their gameplay has matured tremendously.
We're looking at that home buff. We need to see the MPL KH back-to-back champions pounce and move on to the next round.
Now, we introduce the coaching staffs of both teams, Coach Zimich and SkyZ as analysts and coach, followed by Coach Kuja holding the fort by himself alongside our head marshal to referee this match.
As a Malaysian, Gideon, do you think Coach Kuja has this all figured out? Because he has no analyst by his side. It's a 2v1 when you're talking about coaching staff.
It's not just him alone. These are 3 nationalities in one powerhouse team that has evolved them to this next level.
Whatever that they did before and whatever that they are going to do in MSC is going to be completely different. They have ideas from Indonesian side, from Malaysian side, and even in Singapore side. So with Oki and Blue Security in RSG's lineup, Bray, Diablo, and Roy has forged themselves to turn the game around in order to favor Oki and Blue Security.
And surely we put the spotlight on Oki and Lucian, right? But I think that Diablo, being the fact that he is like the stalwart for RSG, the representative, he's the captain, right? He's leading this team. And I would say I'm very impressed on what he did. Even without the signature picks, he's actually playing so well.
The Handsome Devil has been in
The
MPL
Handsome
SG
Devil!
since its inception, since its birth in early 2021.
Let's bring up their competitors here. If you didn't hear that crowd just now, you'll hear them very, very soon with each and every play. It's Burn X Flash with Donut, Jima, ATM, CCAT, and D7.
Donut and D7 has performed tremendously, notably when it comes down to Donut's Leslie as well as D7's wonderful Franco performance against OP.
Yeah, you know, I can talk all day about Donut, but of course, as a Filipino, yeah, but I want to feature ATM as well, because this is not the ATM that we saw in the previous international tournaments. It was a joke even, right? They cash out when they kill ATM, but not today, not this tournament.
Well, it's time to hear from the team itself. We got some insider information that we would like to show with you guys.
I feel excited because we gonna face only the strongest team from Cambodia, from Indonesia.
Only from Cambodia.
but now they are in Cambodia.
Keep the spirits burning, and the broad lights flashing through. The home team is.
Although we did try our best to win, but it's fine, it's okay. It's good to experience that we fought on Ikindo and GG. Yeah.
Armor. មូលហេតុដែលពួកយើងចង់ revenge ទៅ team outplay ពីព្រោះការព្រឹត្តិការណ៍ M4 ពួកយើងបានចាញ់ទៅលើ team គាត់ដែលយើងគិតពេលនោះយើងគិតថា team យើងអាចនឹងបដូរគាត់បានប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលយើងប៉ះគ្នានៅវគ្គ play off បែរជា team គាត់បដូរ team យើងវិញខ្ញុំចង់ផ្ដាំទៅហ៊ុនវិញនេះគឺជាទឹកដីរបស់ពួកយើងចាំមើលថាការប្រកួតក្នុងមុខអ្នកណាជាអ្នកដំណើរបាន
We will train more harder for later on.
I hope we have a good fight.
Good luck, and we will ban your hero Diablo.
We got to talk about Jima here. He's becoming his own man, a superstar in his own right, willing to...
Superstar vibe, he just put himself out there after playing what he's got. I think it makes sense.
I think it makes sense too, but we gotta focus on the players here. We're talking about the gold laners, Oki, and as well as Donut. Two import players from both of these teams, but looking at the internal rankings, do you agree with this, Wolf?
Well, yeah, you know, I think this is fairly accurate, at least for me. We know that Benny and CW are way up there, but the fact that Oki and Donut have established themselves as great gold laners during the group stages, like super notable about Oki, the way that he was able to carry his team in specific games, and that's also true with Donut. The Leslie play that you saw, and now he's what, top 1 global when it comes to utilizing the Leslie? Like, who does that? Who plays a lot of Leslie in ranked games?
Well, definitely not me. It's just, it's painful. It's painfully long because you have to play so many games. But let's put a big magnifying glass on BurnX Flash's Donuts here. And Leo, you know this man very, very well. Coming all the way from the Philippines as well. Playing for Next Play Evols and now doing so well in BurnX Flash.
It's no secret, I have rapped for this young man, Mario Stan, and after his debut season, he's become not only an MPLKH champion, but as well the Grand Finals MVP. And with that, you can see here his stats, you can see what hero he likes to play. Again, very small sample size, but we can hear from the young man himself here. He says, I think our bonding is good. I think we can make it the top 1, and we will do our best to get to top 1 because we really do want to win. We really want to be the champions of MSC, and that'll boost our confidence. That's what's going to take us to the top.
I love this quote. What I love about it the most is the fact that he understands that there is still the World Tournament at the end of the year. Getting closer to that top 1 is just a step here at MSC.
The stepping stone is ultimately going to be super important, build their confidence, and from this experience in MSC, I wouldn't be too surprised that the home crowd cheering out for them, BurnX Flash would have so big of a buff.
Isn't this an interesting juxtaposition between two imports, right? Oki into Singapore and Donut into Cambodia. They both came in and said, you know what, look at me. Look at me. I am the MVP now. This is not my house, but I'm here.
I totally understand because the way that you look at these guys and how they play the gold lane, you go for a traditional MOBA marksman wherein you look there, literally carry the game, you farm it, then you carry the game. A traditional, but it works.
We're talking about the gold lane. Generally, a lot of that win condition lies onto Oki as well as Donut. But BurnX Flash themselves, they do say that they would want to ban out heroes onto Diablo. So I think that, you know, that could be some kind of a bait coming from RSG.
It could be. I mean, they might have known what the flow schedule is going to be, but I don't know about you, Leo. Where are your predictions lying? Because I'm going with RSG.
Given the reception here at Manchai Aeon 3, I'm for BurnX Flash.
Wait, hold on. Wolf, what is your prediction right now?
Yes.
Abstract?
No.
Interesting. A yes and a no. Wolf potentially might be cursing. I'm guessing that even Abstract is leaning to not even try and predict for RSG. What's going on here, Leo?
Something tells me Abstract also heard the reception here, and he was worried. Where's my passport? Am I going to get home?
By the way, I received a call after M4 that I am no longer allowed to make predictions. I am physically not allowed. I got a memo.
Yeah.
I mean, you said you're physically not allowed. I tried to not let you make it here today. Last 2 days ago, we kept you in the layover in Malaysia, but I think it's time to get into this, seeing how these players are warming up, preparing into these games. Let's keep in mind that the Asus Republic of Gamers, or ROG, is the official gaming phone partner of MSC 2023. The ROG Phone 7 comes with the Aero Active Cooler 7 that provides you with a portable 2.1 sound system, and alongside the spectacular 165Hz AMOLED display, you can play games like you've never before. And check out how Diablo is utilizing the ROG 7 to do his warm-ups.
Ow. Okay.
You could sworn those fistcrafts come out maybe a frame earlier.
Yeah,
given
absolutely.
that huge screen.
Let's be honest here. Once you go 165 Hz, you never go back.
It's hard. It's hard to go back. I can agree with you on that one because ever since I've utilized this phone, I've been sneakily using it, Leo's one, while he's been asleep. And man, I feel that I play better.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I wake up with 5% left.
What?
And that's after... That's after Gideon has been playing all night, so y'all see that 6,000 mAh battery coming into play.
Very well done. You know, I'm gonna steal that afterwards. Can I steal that after MSC? Is it actually nice to actually, you know,
I don't
ask
give
for permission?
I don't give you full permission. You do what you want to do.
Okay.
We won't know how that's gonna go, but this time round, for MSC's very first best of 5, it is gonna be RSG versus Burn X Flash. Let's jump into the draft.
Wow, Atlas just literally pulled that through. Now, we're talking about important heroes for both teams, and that's all starts with a ban. I don't think that, but wow! I was about to say that the Padang might not be first ban, but literally they first ban it.
Respect ban from both sides. RSG respected Shamar, and in the meantime, Burn X Flash respecting on the Diablo.
Okay, here's what it is, right? Coach Mitch said it. He said it in the video. Diablo, we're gonna ban your heroes, and here he's being a man of his word.
I mean, even though we said that, yes, he is going to ban his heroes, and even the Handsome Devil just giving us a quick little Rizzy smile there, capturing hearts and minds across the world. RSG is also respecting Chima on this Lancelot, just a secure, safe pick.
Yeah, definitely. We know that RSG, they play a traditional marksman, right? You can see from Oki. So you want to ban out heroes that will be a problem for the marksman. And my, oh my, respect is off the charts. You know what happens now that you ban out both Diablo's heroes, like signature heroes? It opens up a lot, like Joy Arlet, your Valentina, your typical bans. 1-1 might be even open for RSG's.
Burn X Flash have to tread carefully. Right now, with the two signature picks being banned out, Diablo's hero pool is so deep that he only showed these two.
Diablo Iceberg.
Yeah.
The Diablo Iceberg.
Definitely. I think
Diablo.
There was an interview with Diablo that they wanted the teams to specifically ban out Diablo's heroes because he wants to play more heroes. So I wonder what he still has got in his bag of tricks.
I do know there's quite a couple, right? Throughout the past few seasons, even though, you know, it may have moved out of meta to a certain extent, we still could see a possibility of Paquito. Yuzhong not really so much anymore, but he could definitely play that.
Yep.
Uranus is starting to see a comeback, so we could very likely see Uranus.
Well, let's not forget about Benedetta, my personal favorite as well. I always like a good Benedetta player, but as Wolf mentioned, yeah, there's actually a lot of picks that are up in the air. Diablo banned. It's a dapper disguise as Diablo only played non-meta heroes in Badang and Khalid so far, both of which Burn X Flash has banned.
Very quickly. That means that the Joy will be opened up. With the ban on the Kaja, I think it merits RSG is like they're going to be rewarded to pick up the Joy right now. They only will have to think about the Franco, which I think it will be answered, but instead it's going to be the Frederick.
We're not mentioning the fact that now, in the knockouts, Grok is back. But just to say, where's the Nova? Nova's open!
Various open.
Anybody remember what happened to Outplayed? I don't know, but Bray, he better have his fingers warmed up on his retribution on first purple.
Oh, surely. I think you go Novaria right now if you're Burn X Flash. But instead they go Glue Novaria.
There it is. Coach Mitch heard me.
Okay. You still have the Joy. I think that it still is a good pick for RSG nevertheless. And wow, they're so the crowd is just cracked up.
That crowd, literally my secret lab is shaking, and this is a heavy-duty chair.
Yes. I mean, so far, I do like the idea of Joy, right? Joy so far within the entirety of MSC has only been picked 4 times and won twice.
Oh, there it is!
Benedetta! That's pretty early.
You like it, right, Gideon? And I think that it's probably way too early, though, but I think it makes sense against the glue.
I think it made sense a lot. I thought for a moment that was going to be a Barca pick, but even the players are just dashing back and forth. I'm not sure whether that is going to be the secured one, because, again, I was expecting Farmis to be the natural go-to mage, or maybe even flex into the support position against this glue. But we see the Beatrix locked in for Burn X Flash.
So far, Burn X Flash have already shown their few cards. There's not much of a flexibility going on around here. Novaria, actually, to be fair, Novaria, we have seen roam Novaria a few times. But in MSC, it has been very... What can I say? It's been working as a mage. We've seen the pokes, we've seen the damage. So I believe that Burn X Flash might want to replicate something like that.
And this is not the hometown heroes trying to upstage RSG, because if you remember, Oki and Roy did their double Kamehameha, right?
Exactly.
And now it's C-Cat and Dodo who's trying to do that.
It's the bang bang.
That's right.
The MLBB, right? You go for the Novaria for added hitbox, which is very unique to the hero, and I think that it really brings a lot to the table. You saw how that Renner was able to connect just because of that increased hitbox coming out from the
and
Novaria.
Vision!
And extra vision.
Off of the Astral Echo, I'm loving it.
That's why I love the Novaria. It's just a borderline OP hero, you know?
You say borderline OP, it's
Yeah.
either teams have been picking it up straight away and dominating, or completely ignoring it, right? And now we start moving into the second phase, and a lot of questions come into my mind. And number one is, what exactly does RSG look to kind of how do they position themselves here against this draft so far?
Yeah, so you're looking at RCSG. They have both. I mean, I would assume that this is Farsa and Fredrin. They want to engage for sure. So they want to just really 5v5 against their opponent. So if you want to position your composition, you're going to be looking for another way to start the fights, not the Benedetta, because the Benedetta is more like a split pusher, you know?
But Diablo's Benedetta so far has always been trying to do a lot of split push, and he would mostly be absent in team fights. He creates so much space, and he would want to be ahead of tempo against this glue. Whatever he can do, he wants to get the lane priority in order to find some other control with the team.
I mean, if this does become a big problem, they drop this series, at least Brennex Flash doesn't have to go to an airport to go back home. They can just take a step back and be like, guys, next game, let's really start thinking about this. But more importantly, also it is the Farsa confirmed.
It is the Farsa.
So they want some form of scaling to really punish this Novaria. But we saw it the last time, when you stay still, and especially when you're up against Beatrix as well as Novaria, double damage.
Yeah, this is why I feel that there should be something that RC is prepared, has prepared because of this Farsa pick. Because, you know, theoretically speaking, I don't think it will be good versus the Novaria and the glue. Like, there's already a lot of counters, but it does have a lot of burst. And we know that both Beatrix and Novaria can be taken out easily. So maybe that's the idea here.
Single worthy foe.
Let me pose you a question, Wolf. The fact that Diggy is already getting banned out here, the fact that we don't even see Grok or Kufra, Lucian Cutie, the cute one's Minotaur all over again?
100%. I think it's good. And, well, then again, if you look at the other heroes of RSG, maybe they're not that scared about the Minotaur because he naturally get evaded. But yeah, I think that the Minotaur eventually will be up there. There's the Bane. Gonna be very good against the Farsa because the Farsa stays still. You have a deadly catch, you cancel the ultimate easily.
Not just the Bane though, not just the Minotaur, I mean. Maybe even the Atlas. Consider that. What if they want to close the gap that way, given how, I'd say, mobile RSG is right now?
I'm thinking of Franco as well. After looking at how D7 has been playing a mean Franco, we can definitely expect to see Lucian Cutie playing on the Franco based on his win rate even in the MPLSG. He's been doing relatively good with that. And pick-off is probably something that they will want to see.
Oh, they steal it. This is smart. And you go carry so that you have the shred.
So now they have the anti-tank, they have the team of fights set up. I mean, we were speculating how they want to set up this fight to make sure that at least this Farsa can do something. But now we see it, right? It's a very clear picture.
Carry hasn't been doing very well in MSC, but at least when you pick it here, when you go and close up your lineup with this, you're doing fine. And it's D7. Oh no, that's so much range, so much hot hands coming in from Brennex Flash. It's in their name.
Wow, this is interesting because now there's no way to cancel the Bloody Hunt coming out from the side of RSG. So if they do land a snag, and by the way, this is Novaria Ultimate, remember? Hitboxes. You know, Franco, we theorized that maybe this could be the way for Brennex Flash.
So that's 3 skill shots that they have to be worried about. Let's look at the audience predictions so far. And of course, Cambodia, wait, 80%? I thought that was going to be 100%, but a large majority leaning towards RSG. Even the Turkish agree with them.
Singaporeans haven't really been, fully supporting our own homeboys, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a fair argument.
Wow.
Oh boy, but with that being said here, this is it. This is the knockout stage. We're finally here at day 1 in our first match of this best of 5. Oh.